Hello everybody, so it's about that time of the year again. I figured we'd just start off by taking a quick look at my backpack and kind of get the idea. So this is where my taunts is, and then the soldier loadout start. The reason why soldier is first in my backpack is actually because he's last in where the new items drop in. So if I have a soldier item, I need to drag it all the way to the back. And then here we have the demo. I'm gonna zoom in on some closer later, but just, want to optimize this as much as possible. And you guys will be able to see what it is. We'll take a look at every individual unusual after I'm, done with this. But just this is probably the most optimized way of doing it, because most of the items you can see, they're strange, they're normal. You can see what item they are, and the unusual asset, we'll take a closer look on every single unusual. And I don't think there's any point going on my backpack. It kind of ends here. Like other things is like pure items for raffle. Like these will be given away tomorrow, as well as these down here. So don't need to worry about that. But again, just a lot of stuff that isn't really part of my collection further ahead. And I guess some stuff that is for trading. But let's put in the unusual here and then see what we get shown up. So we got this with Ghastly Ghost, and of course the name is inspired from basically Warcraft 3 lore, like the Cult of the Damned. Don't think I need to explain anything more there. And we've got the Eternity Lab, also a bit more like Halloween inspired, that you sit in it and then you're doomed to sit in a bomber car for eternity. Then we've got this, again, also a bit inspired, but it has some connection to this, because it's like, this one backfires and it would probably have made a good broom. This one is like so powerful that it almost is a waste for a broom, and that is the bit of the joke going on there. Then we've got this Torn, Inferno, I call it, because it's it's Infernal Flames, but it's the same kind of flame as like a reorbiting fire, so I figured it would fit very, very well there. And we've got my high five here. Got rock, paper, scissors here. Again, pure skill, because you need to have pure skill for it. Manaerobics. We already took a look at that. And then we've got this. And the only reason I didn't get this with Skill Gun Games is because I unboxed the unusually fire myself back at like that Halloween. So, and the Hellish Inferno just fit the best with this taunt. It's kind of going back to the origins of where the like promo item is from, at least in my opinion, because it was some like hell heavy metal kind of game. We've got the Brain Breaker. Yep. I actually haven't named this. I'm not sure why, but it may not, like, it may have been one of those, like, I think it's the same with this, because I just picked them up to like get all unusual taunts back there before we had the newer ones, being the Yeti ones, or well, all class ones. And we've also got this in Strange. Don't really use it that much, but I figured horror movie fit it very well. Then we've got the new ones here. Showcased them, fairly recently. I don't think we need to talk much about them. Then we've got the director's vision to finish off the taunts with, and then we go on into, well, the soldier items. So this is my rocket launcher. I don't think I need to talk about much with this. Then we've got this, and no, it's not referring to Blizzard the company. It's more like referring to an actual Blizzard. Figured that like fit very well with how it rains down. We got cooldown, which refers to like games where you use an ability, then you have a cooldown. Cold War. No need to talk much about that. Then we have my team captain. We have my nade launcher. Again, doesn't really need to talk much about that. That is Left 4 Dead inspired, if somebody's wondering though. Then we've got my loose cannon, that again, fairly recent collection, part to my collection. Same with the airstrike, and a lot of the changes for this year, but inspired a bit by Ganondorf, Legend of Zelda. We've got my sticky bomb launcher. This is kind of inspired by again, World of Warcraft. I have actually a lot of World of Warcraft inspired, or like Warcraft, because there's this ability called Death and Decay, and then I figured, yeah, why not call it decay? That fits very well. Like, it's a bit green, it have that kind of feel to it. Got my Dumb Man hat. This is my scattergun. We also picked this up, and it's a bit of a joke on Star Wars, because this is clearly not what they meant with the Force, because a lot of people think the shortstop is a quite useless weapon, so... You know, I kinda like my useless weapons, and this is one of the, at least fan favorites I know, because people are so, like, they really like this. Either they really like this, or there are a few people that hate that I used it on this, but hey, you know what, I wanted this for melee. I didn't even do it for the meme. The meme is like a side product. I did it because I needed a nice scout melee, and this looked like the finest scout melee you could get. So I got it. We've got my scout hat and scout misc. I got this just to go with the, like, fish taunt, else I wouldn't have a scout taunt at all. Got my minigun, my Tomisol. Haven't really played that much with it yet. I kinda consider getting an alien tech, so that may be up next. Then we've got my heavy hat and misc. Got crossbow, also fairly new addition to my collection. Got my good old medigun, and same with this as no crossbow. And I really like what I did with the names for these. Like, very good in my opinion. Like, just spot on with those. Really happy with them. We got my medic hat, my beak for the medic, I guess. And we've got the only reason I've got this is because one of my friends wanted it, so I kind of bought it a bit for that. But then later on turned out no, I didn't want it anyways, and then I figured, hey, I'd keep it for double effect, right? Then we've got my sniper rifle. I like the pun. I really do like the pun there. Like, 10 out of 10 pun. Got my SMG. I guess there's some fireworks going out outside. I mean, it is close to New Year, so it is expected. Gotta bear with me there. So we got my sniper hat. The headband. Kinda like this thing, because like this hides the headband, and then I still have my reorbiting fire, but I also have the time warp to go with the energy orb. Really happy with that. Oh yeah, this shows up because we have unusual rank player skill on it. We've got my flamethrower and my pyro shotgun. I like, again, still work in progress to get alien tech degreaser, unusual strange, reserve shooter, same as, you know, unusual strange, alien tech, and a power jack. And other than that, this is what we have to deal with for now, but hey, not complaining. Just gotta wait for them to be unboxed. They are merc grade, so it's likely that there are gonna be plenty of them. We've got a reorbiting fire wraith trap. This is actually something, I believe last year it were like reversed. This were the smoking, this were the reorbiting fire, so that is something that I did get like during this year. Did actually pay like so much for this in smoking. Like, I paid twice the price basically to get it. And then, you know, I already had this sitting around because I'd rather have this because of some sentimental value. A lot of people would be like, that's a waste, but for me it was sentimental value. And if anybody wonders, it's about, like, one of my first actual unusuals that I had for a long while was Wraith Trap with orbiting fire, so that's where the sentimental value is. I don't think I need to explain more there. We have my revolver and my spy knife. Sadly, they didn't add any more, like, things you can war paint that are, like, new unlocks for spy with the Jungle Inferno. And we've got the Party Phantom that I use, and then we have my headpiece that I don't use because I rather like the Dash Assassin, but I have it so I have technical dual effect on Spy. And then we've got this in case of I get like a smoking headpiece that I like in the future. Who knows? But that is for that case. And we've got, well, my Spy taunts. Yeah. Felt like this was pretty appropriate. Priceless Disguise, again, love the puns. They're on point here, and then of course one of the most themed items in the game, clearly. And then we've got this, which was like a pain to get, and then in the end I still end up liking this one more, which is funny. Should probably not have had so much pain for trying to get this, but hey. And we've got the, you know, the useless weapon that as an engineer main, I should love this, but it's like, it's too boring. I don't like sitting back. I want to be in the fight. I want to fight people. I want to be aggressive. And that's why I call this useless, because it doesn't really do that well. We did have on a stream like recently with like the Christmas stream, where we ended up like, it was supposed to be rescue ranger only, but people quickly figured out, oh wait, you allowed secondary and melee, and both of those are way better to use in combat than the rescue ranger. And since we can't build a sentry gun, well, we're just gonna use like short circuit or pistol pretty much, and that's what people did, which kinda proves my point that this is pretty useless in fighting. We've got my signature item, pistol, just on point with that. Very happy for it. My very like this is like best friends in the game, because it's stock, and you know it actually costed me 500 pure in a way. Like, the guy wanted 550. I paid my old friends. He valued it at like 200. I paid 150 for it, and then I paid him like 350 pure. Like there's a whole video of me covering this when I finally got it. But that's the thing. And again, another World of Warcraft thing. Like, it's supposed to be a Sulfuros, the Hand of Ragnaros, which is a legendary hammer, and you know, like, that's why it also, like, from the Raid Morton core. So we also got this fairly recently. We actually got it very early on in the Jungle Inferno, which I'm very happy for, because by what I could see, there's only 2 strange, unusual kill covered in the HUD. And this is one of them. The other one got used on a rocket launcher. I would have loved to gotten that for my power jack, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. It's a shame I couldn't get to it faster. You got my hood that I use on the engineer mostly, and my polar pullover that I actually use on a lot of classes. But I mainly got this combo for the engineer, just these 2. That's why it's with my engineer and not, you know, laid up. Got my Rancho, my money drill, street performer, and portal to the robot cow level. I don't think there's any more attention that needs to be brought to these. I have used them here and there, like this one not that much, but hey, these. We've got my mining light combo, because I felt like, hey, I need these. You know, was actually quite a big thing in my collection, because I really like the stock engineer hat, and I didn't want to be the guy who just uses an all class on engineer and people think that, oh, he doesn't have engineer specific, when I pretty much only use like class specific unusuals on pretty much all of my classes. But we got these. Then I also have these, but these actually don't stack, but I can use one of these and then one of the mining lights as an example, so, you know, pretty nice. We've got my Mario hat. We've got this that I unboxed like very recently as well. We've got this, which at the moment I'm considering to give it away at my birthday. It's almost secure that I'll do that, even though, like, on one hand I want to sell it because I did unbox a factory new and stuff, but you know, I know a lot of you guys will never even see this, and giving you a chance to actually, you know, or well, actually have one for yourself is what I mean, but giving you the chance to actually win one would be so, like, dream come true for one guy at least, and just the chance to win it is pretty amazing as well, I'd say. So we have this one, which I'm not sure I'll give away, but you know, it's because it's strange, but I don't really want to use it on anything. But yeah, this one is the only one of these that have been confirmed to be given away for, you know, now at least. But these 2, I'm like, I'll probably give them away, like, knowing me, eventually, but I don't know. We've also got this, which I'm saving for at, you know, basically 10k. It's the first unusual weapon I unboxed. It took like forever to unbox this. Like, I'm not even sure if we reached above 1,000 like gunmetal cases alone, and then I've also unboxed some of the others just to get this one, and that is gonna be given away at 10k. Also, I have a gift wrapped SMG that is like this but minimal wear that I'm gonna give away at like 5k, that I promised to do that like long ago. The reason why it's gift wrapped is also like, so it's signed. I'll probably sign this one as well as, you know, I don't know, we'll definitely sign it. Then we've got this, which I have for trading, so pretty god tier weapon. And then we've got my other Black Dahlia, which is with Isotope, also factory new, pretty god tier as well. Also looking for some good pure on that. And something that isn't in my backpack right now, but there's a factory new unusual strain Sandstone Special with Cool that is listed on the Steam Community Market. And then a Minimal Wear Hot that is also strange, which is a Hell Pistol. The issue with that is that I keep having buyers for it, but then in the end they kinda don't want it anymore, and I've held it for like so many months, and at this point I'm just like, you know what, I'm not gonna reserve items anymore, and I'm just gonna stick it on the community market and not worry about it anymore. So it's very annoying. It's like, I don't mind keeping stuff reserved, or at least I didn't mind. And I'm like very patient, and then 6 months people are still saying, yes, yes, I'll buy it. And then suddenly one day they're like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna buy it. And it's like, but yesterday you said you were gonna buy it. Yeah, but then they probably like usually do something with like, oh, they can't get the money for it, or even though they said that they could just buy pure, maybe they have some other issues. Like the last guy were just I guess he stopped playing TF2 by the time, because there hadn't been an update in like I don't know, half a year, more probably. Bits of sad story, but I think that should cover the backpack. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you again next time.